Billy, how do you feel about Useless Sound here? Is it ready to go? You were in the dungeon. You were cooking. How terrible do you feel? It takes you out of Monday's show. It hurts you in general. How are you feeling today about this?
I'm ready for tomorrow.
Okay, very good. Here it is. He goes into the dungeon and consumes a lot of bad sound bites. Here it is.
Man, really excited to get the victory. This is never easy in the NFL on Sunday ball.
Kind of happy to see some of this stuff happen because you see who the whiners are, who the are, and who can't handle adversity.
Oh, yeah, Mama didn't raise no wuss.
We've got to be able to correct the things we need to correct.
Right now, we haven't been playing very good complementary football offensively and defensively.
I'm happy with the way, we played on both sides of the ball.
Tough sledding for a first assignment, but it just speaks to his heart, his character.
That was a great team win. That was all about the team.
I think as players, we've got to play better.
Wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch, but we're not looking for perfect. We're looking to be good enough to win.
And he's got a lot of pelts on the wall.
He's a baller.
That's a good football team.
If you were there day in and day out and saw those guys, how they practiced last week, you wouldn't know what our record was.
You smell it in the water.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of sad walks up that ramp. You see what I'm saying? But not today.
We're just trying to move the ball around and make everybody defend the entire field, both vertically and horizontally.
We have to be ready in any game to play the game that is called for.
Ron Renneke, the former manager of the Red Sox, talked a lot about how preparation and dealing with COVID-19 had affected his ability to do his job. Has COVID-19 and preparation affected your ability to do your job?
I don't really know anything about baseball.
This will just be another chapter in a great story. He's a fine young man.
He saw what he saw, This is one game.
Defense did the bend but don't break.
And all of a sudden, the avalanche just hit.
I don't think they want to play football.
The strength of our pack is the pack.
The offense just rock and rolled.
Kind of is what it is. As players, coaches, collectively together, we've got to be able to leave our mark on the wins.
I don't know if it was necessarily more about what they did or more about what we didn't do.
We got to look at it hard, correct ourselves, each and every one of us, and then move on to the next game.
We have to be able to look forward and look out the other side of this thing.
We have to look ourselves in the mirror and keep our heads up.
We got to go back and really look at ourselves in the mirror, me at quarterback.
Anytime you have something like this, you have to look more inward than outward.
I had x-rays, and I did not stay at a Holiday Inn, so I don't know how to read them.
What was being smelt in the water? I want to know what was in the water. Was it blood in the water, Billy? What was the backstory on what was being smelled in the water?
I don't know what it was, but I would advise everybody listening, do not smell underwater.
Okay, thank you.
You'll drown in.
Who did you think was the star of this Useless Sound montage? Because there was some good stuff in there.
Tomlin made a nice comeback this week. This Kevin Stefanski is someone to keep an eye on and see what he's got cooking this season.
All right. Greg Cody, I don't know if you know, Stugotz, but it's not just that he has Dak Prescott in his fantasy league.
Oh, no.
But he's also got Michael Thomas. He's got Michael Thomas, who was suspended for punching a teammate in the face. There's got to be more to that story. Greg Cody, I'm sorry. What a suffering your fantasy team is.
The whole league is saying, how on earth are the Lobos?
It's Dan, Stu, and Greg Cody on ESPN Radio.